Sammy, let me ask you a question. Actually, let me ask you two questions. First question I gotta ask you is, why is it every time you hear someone say ask you instead of ask you, you gotta go so insane? I mean, seriously, you sounded kind of like Charles Manson, except with what our viewers tend to believe currently, according to the comments, is a French accent. I mean, seriously, what the hell? Calm down. If you really think about it, it's really not all that weird. Much like Ben said in his video, it's just a matter of colloquialism. It's the way languages evolve. People tend to go on saying what they feel like they need to say when they're from an area that speaks a certain way. It's how you have an American accent, or French accent, and how Ben and I have American accents as opposed to someone from London who would have an accent in accordance to a Londoner? A Londoner accent. I mean, seriously, it's not a big deal. Yeah, it's kind of annoying. Yeah, it gets on your nerves sometimes because you think, hey, axe. That's one of those things that's like, you know, sharp and used to cut wood. And you get pictures of like Abe Lincoln in a log cabin and George Washington chopping down a tree. And maybe I have a thing for old-timey presidents. But that doesn't change the fact that you shouldn't go all batshit crazy because someone said axe instead of ask. As you said in your own video, this is a normal thing. Both terms were used for the exact same thing. They have the same root. It's not that weird. So let me ask you something else. Why is it every single time that I have to go through and delete the stuff that you leave on the camera? We share equipment. I mean, ironically enough, we share Ben's equipment and Ben doesn't even use it, but we share equipment that I told you time and time again. Every single time, you need to delete the freaking footage that you put on the camera after you use the camera so I have enough room. You keep wasting my time trying to get me to do another punishment. Well, I say another, but you were the one that did the last punishment and you're not gonna get me. So let me ask you, why is it every single time you just can't seem to manage the very simple, the very simple task of deleting footage? We need to coordinate here. We gotta work with each other. So let me ask you a third thing. Pretty please? Please?
Can I ask you a question though?
Just wait.
But can I just ask you a question? I only want to ask you a question. Can I ask you a question? I'm just asking you a question. Can I ask you a question?
How many times do you think I used the word ask instead of ask in this video? I want you to leave a comment in the description below telling me your guess. You're not allowed to go through and count. I will leave the answer in next week's video.